The process of aging can come with some major difficulties. A certain day-to-day task, such as driving, can become a risk to both the senior driver and fellow cars on the road. 77-year-old Evelyn Compte of Bellevue voiced some difficulties faced as a driver.
Sometimes nighttime driving bothers me, especially if it's on a wet road. Well, there's so many more cars on the road than there used to be, you know, and everybody darting around. I always wonder if I'm the only one going the speed limit.
One of the things that we're seeing more is where you have a confusion issue, such as we've had people that have actually run into buildings because they thought that they were actually pressing on the brake when they were actually pressing on the gas.
Bill Mulheron, who is the Vice President of Programs at the National Safety Council, gives us some statistics on senior drivers.
A lot of our more senior population grew up at a time when a lot of people didn't wear seatbelts on a regular basis. They do tend to become in more incidents per miles driven. And if you were to chart out on a graph the number of incidents per miles driven amongst drivers of all ages, it would look like a big smile, so to speak. You'd see the most number of incidents per mile driven amongst very young drivers, 16 to 24, and again amongst very older drivers, say above 75.
When the senior in your family begins showing issues with driving, luckily here in Omaha, there is the Allegiant Health Driver Rehabilitation Center. Jenny Spiegel helps senior drivers rehab their driving skills at Allegiant.
Here at Emmanuel, we have a driving program, and what we do is we have people come in, send in for different reasons. Sometimes it's been because of a change in medical status, but essentially what we do is we have them come in and we do some work here in the clinic where we look at vision, visual perceptual skills, ability to multitask information. The tests that we're providing for the people are appropriate for driving itself. Like I said, we do the simulator, and then the cars are probably the best determination of skill level. I have a brake on my side of the vehicle. Our vehicles are modified with low-tech adaptations, so if someone has had a stroke and one side of their body doesn't work, I can teach them to drive with one hand. I can put an adaptation on so they can drive with their left foot. If neither leg is working anymore, I can teach them how to drive with hand controls. And if they can't even transfer out of a wheelchair, I can pull them up into a van in their wheelchair and still have them go out and drive. A lot of times there's questions about, is my loved one safe? Are they not? Are we doing the right thing? And if anyone has any question about that, I would recommend that they contact either their medical professional and ask about that, or feel free to call us at Allegiant, and our number is 572-2275 directly back here to the rehab department, and we'd be happy to help sort through some of those things and maybe help make some determinations on what would be best for that person.
So when seniors are no longer capable of driving, transportation is sought out elsewhere. Daniel Wolf reports.